Alright, welcome back to another league race. This time we're with TMC. This time we are in Austria. You can see there is rain to begin the race. So that changes nothing in many ways in terms of setting the car up, because you still do a dry setup because the majority of the race will be dry. And qualify is obviously dry. So first lap supers to the 5.1 there. So we're going to actually this video is actually quite quickly paced, so we're moving on then. My best lap then, 104.3. Heading into this race I was not very confident. My pace does not look great. I felt comfortable enough with the car, but didn't feel fantastic. Anyways, that 403 was only good enough for 11th in the end. So the competition very fierce around Austria, so I was like, this is not going to be fantastic. If I can get some points I'll be happy. So but a long race, 36 laps. Not really a long race, but I mean there's 36 laps, so there's a lot of potential to go wrong. So anyways, lining up on the grid then, I put lots of fuel into the car. I think I put 40 laps, in total 4 extra laps of fuel in the car, and obviously just do a few things to help making driving in the wet a bit easier. And here we go then for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Away we go. Not the most fantastic start. Extrema is going to jump me here at the start. I'm going to take a wide entry, early brakes, and this allows Bugatti to sneak up the inside. I thought, okay, fine, whatever. They can go, whatever. My big thing was obviously don't get damage, and we're going to see an almighty incident with Bugatti just almost straight lining across turn 3, taking out like 3 cars and move up to 10th then immediately from 13th. So congratulations, what a fantastic piece of driving, and move up the field then. But definitely kind of anxious about this little gang in front, RW, Extrema and NN, who I have seen on 5-lappers before, and obviously I think this is his first league race in TMC. So anyways, that's going to do it for lap 1 here, kind of just settling in. But the big thing was that we lost positions but gained them back thanks to Bugatti, so I appreciate that. Terrible as it was for the likes of Wesker and such. Lap 2, Extrema has a poor run off of the final corner. I'm going to try for an overtake. I put out the slipstream quite early. Maybe in hindsight I could have stayed a bit longer, and I could have gone a bit later on the brakes, but again in the wet, and with Extrema's racecraft a little dodgy at times, shall we say. Didn't fancy going up the inside there, because I felt like things had more potential to go wrong than they did go right. And a nice bit of drive from Extrema there as he hits into NN there, so well done. So for reasons like that, I thought better of it. Maybe okay, leave it for this time and see what happens. We have Desire also behind us as well, so it's quite close here between 7th and 11th and 10th. So anyways, moving on then to lap 4. So Extrema has a little I think this was put down to desync in the end, but it puts NN in a difficult position, so I now pull over to the left. He's gone defensive. I was a little early on the brakes, tried to hang it around the outside, a little bit of contact there, nothing too major. Lose the back end oversteer, try to correct it. Didn't want any sudden movements on the car, and I got onto the grass and lose a position then to Desire. So just when I was think of shaping up a move, I lose a position then, so that was kind of unfortunate. But I'm going to get it right back then as Desire goes off into the wall. Not sure if he got wing damage from that, but anyways, we take back that P9 as NN and Extreme have kind of pulled away slightly in front. But heading on to lap 8 then, the rain has stopped, and the track, I saw the time was drying quickly. I thought, okay, DRS has not been enabled yet, I'm going to do one more lap. So my teammate came in. I thought, okay, at the time I thought, okay, 1 lap, it's only a minute or so around this track, should be okay by the time. Even if the DRS is activated in the middle of the lap, we should be fine. But of course the DRS is enabled literally as we go down the main straight. I'm not, shit, that's great, that's absolutely typical. So I thought, okay, fine, we'll deal with it. It's 1 lap, it's around Austria, it's not very, we'll be okay. So anyways, we come into the pits and we'll put on a set of soft tyres to go to the end of the race. So that felt like the best strategy at the time. I can get to that later, but anyways, we're going to come in. At least we didn't have the problem of stacking behind my teammate, but to be honest, he was so far ahead of me that it wouldn't have been a problem anyways. We're going to come out basically where we were, effectively. So we're in P9, and Leclerc will get by, I believe, which is fine because he was on super, so it saved me the trouble of having to try and defend from him, lose time is what I meant to say. We have Desire behind us then in 11th, so that's where we're at then this phase of the race in lap 10. Just struggling to get the tyres working in these cold conditions. Lap 15, kind of caught up to the back of these two in front, NN and Extrema, I believe, still continuing their ding-dong. So that's where we are then in lap 15, 16, the gap 6/10, and Desire has been catching me a bit from behind as well. So pace in the dry, it was not fantastic. Lap 18, I'm trying to defend then from Desire, go a bit wide into turn 4. And
fucking bell end.
Yeah. So caused a collision. Didn't move and he didn't need to make contact with me. A little bit of desync there, but he's made the move and the contact has been made as a result. As a result, I lost about 10 seconds in total from that incident. Put me right in the clutches of Tekken, who was going to have a try look up my inside here into turn 3, leaving the space. Partly because it's so fair, and partly because the outside line's better anyways. If you take a wide, get a bit more traction on the exit to take the wider line. I'm not given a lot of room here, which is I don't really appreciate. And he's going to get by me here, so I'm seething at this stage. I'm absolutely seething, so I should be a lot further up the road and far away from Tekken, and it was dangerous to drive with it sometimes. Like, look at that. I almost absolutely just smash into the back of him into the last corner, which is not that difficult to navigate. So I'm absolutely seething at this stage because I almost just completely damaged my wing because of this slow driving. So anyways, no offense, but that's just what it is in that corner. DRS then lap 22 up the hill, and I'm going to get this move done. I want to get this move done. Yeah, so I thought that was fair enough. I still have the DRS thankfully, and we're going to blast by and then move up into P10. So a point is looking like it's our best chance here today. So sadly, we still have to fight Tekken though. He's not done yet, so we still have to try and fight for this P10 down the inside, and that's how you navigate and overtaking the inside down there, Desire. So yeah, cheers. So anyways, he's 10 seconds ahead in front of me now. So a couple of things happened late on. RW had came in for a second stop, and here he is actually on the super softs. So he is much quicker than me on this tire, and I mean what is there to do really at this stage? Like, what can I do to fight a car who has got quicker tires than me? So Leclerc also made a stop, I believe, and because of everything that happened, he was on supers, and obviously the accident of me and Desire, he was able to pit and come out in front of me. Again, he would have passed me anyways, like RW is going to do here on super, so nothing I could really do here about it, and have to just continue to plough on, and yeah, just just keep trying. I had 2 penalties from lap 11 or 12, I think, so that was my aim, was to not get a penalty. Again, I had to defend from Tekken. I had 1 move over, come back onto the racing line. Of course, it didn't squeeze him wide, and again, he's going to have DRS. It's going to be difficult to defend this, and Desire has made a second stop as well in the process here, and he's come out on super, so he's behind this battle now as well. So again, I should be well further up the field than this. At least give me 10 seconds up the field, and I should be closer to where Leclerc is. Lap 27, Desire then again. My tires are getting on in age, and obviously fresh supers compared to old softs. Again, thanks for making contact there once again. Before as he goes by, I could have easily desynced me and put me into a wall, and I tried to dive bomb him back because I was not happy. And I had DRS thankfully this time around, so I'm not too impressed with the etiquette that Desire showed in this race. So I was just like, that's it, I'm going for a dive bomb. No, I didn't dive. I was like, I wasn't going to give it up without a fight, basically. But anyways, yeah, I didn't make the apex as much as I wanted to, and he just slips back through. So lost that position. I thought, great, that's fantastic. Lap 35, RL Schumacher's had an accident somewhere. He's going to come into the pits. That's going to promote me up a spot. And RW up ahead, he ends up having an accident. We're on the last lap now. Ends up having an accident. You look at my tyres, like, I'm absolutely done. The pace just completely fell away the last 4 or 5 laps. And you can see his wing damage. I thought about having a look down the inside. Thought, okay, let me try and get him on exit. I'm going to jump him though, and it's going to be P8 on track, but thanks to a penalty that was applied to Desire for the incident with me, I actually going to get 7th in the end. So 7th is where I finished this race. It could have and should have been 6th had Desire not made contact, because I had no penalties in this race, and take away 10 seconds basically, and I'm in 6th place. So that's how it goes. Sometimes I was not too happy. 7th place I could be a bit more happy about than say 8th or 9th. So all things considered, not too bad. But and the pace wasn't great either. The tire wasn't good. I thought in hindsight maybe 2 stints of supers may have been the way to go. I don't know whether that might have worked in my favour in the end, but anyways, there you go. Myself and my teammate, the only finishers to not pick up penalties. So good job by my teammate. Well done to Medium Pilots and Wizzlick on the podium as well. A good result for Takipa as well. So fair play. He's been due a good result as well. So fair play to him. 7th place in the end. Could have been better, but could have been a lot worse. So take it, move on. Some decent points, and we can move on to Silverstone, which is the next track. So hopefully the pace will be a little bit better there. So until next time.